explosion that led to a partial building collapse in the Bronx.
Good morning, everyone. As you can see from behind us, there was a partial building infrastructure collapse due to what seems in preliminary investigations. There was some type of explosion. This happened at 8:10 this morning. We received reports of an incident involving the chimney to the boiler room here at NYCEM's Mitchell houses. This resulted in a partial building collapse. We are extremely fortunate. At this time, we have no loss of life or no injuries. Residents of the F and G lines in the building were evacuated, and other tenants can reoccupy the building at this time once we ensure the safety of the structure. First responders quickly arrived on the scene, and an investigation is currently underway to determine the cause of the incident. We're still investigating to make that determination. All of this is unfolding situation at this time, and we want to make sure that people stay away from the area to keep them safe. We have traffic and pedestrian restrictions throughout the area. Gas to the entire complex is shut off right now, and inspections of the building are ongoing. And it's crucial that we ensure that the area is safe, so we're really calling for residents not to go anywhere near the area. I want to thank NYCHA, FDNY, NYPD, NYCEM, DOB, and Deputy Mayor of Public Safety, and Con Edison for their swift response. And as the mayor, it's my obligation to ensure that the tenants and residents in this area are safe. I want to turn it over now to Commissioner Tucker. Then we will hear from NYCEM Commissioner Jack Iskel, and finally the Borough President of the Bronx. Commissioner?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you. Good morning. It's Robert Tucker, the New York City Fire Commissioner. As the mayor said this morning, just after 8 a.m., the fire department was notified of an explosion. We responded in less than 4 minutes, and when our units got here, they alerted us to a major collapse of a structure attached to this building behind us. As you can see, numerous FDNY and EMS units responded to the scene. Luckily, as the mayor said, no one was injured. We ran our dogs over this pile of bricks that is behind us, which is the structure that collapsed. It is a ventilation shaft connected to the boiler, which collapsed. We believe that's where the explosion occurred. But that's going to be for our fire marshals and the NYPD and all of our investigative partners to investigate and explore. I just want to acknowledge the partnership among all the first responders. While we might have been here first, the fact is that nothing in public safety happens alone. And it's just a really amazing response, and thanks to our elected officials as well for getting out here as quickly as they did. All in all, a great response, and thank God no one was hurt.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. How are you? Thank you all so much for being here today. Really appreciate all the incredible response by the FDNY and some of our partners. Right now, we're kicking into the next phase of this operation, which is recovery. So this is a fairly large campus. We're working with our partners at NYCHA, DOB, Con Ed, our public safety agencies, and others, as well as our some of our community partners here on restoring services and taking care of the residents. So number one, the safety of the residents is of paramount importance, and that's the number one concern. We have building inspectors that are inspecting the foundation of the building and inspecting all of the apartments in the affected areas to make sure that the building is structurally sound for people that live in those wings. We've also opened up a reception center with NYCHA and with the Red Cross right here around the corner at the Mitchell Community Center at 210 Alexander Avenue. Any impacted residents, we encourage them to go there. They can register with the Red Cross, And if we need to do a vacate at some point in time, that's also where we'll run the operations for people getting additional housing. Anybody with any issues can call 311, or they can call the NYCHA number at 718-707-7771. What we're now doing is working with Con Ed, NYCHA, DOB, and some of these other partners. Some demolition is going to take place today to remove the remnants of that chimney, to get into the basement, and then to restore services, heat, hot water, and cooking gas to the campus. So really appreciate all the incredible work that has been done and all the work that will be done going forward. Thank you.
Good morning. I am Bronx Borough President Vanessa L. Gibson, and I'm so thankful that we came here to the scene so quickly this morning. Incredible efforts by all of our first responders. I want to thank our Mayor Eric Adams and all of our commissioners, Commissioner Robert Tucker. Thank you to Commissioner Zach Eiskell and to all of our agencies. Thank you to Deputy Mayor Cass Daughtry. Everyone came this morning here to Mitchell Houses, and as it has been said, we are thankful that there were no fatalities and no injuries, as we have learned that this happened in the boiler room. But most importantly for all of us, elected officials and community leaders here, we want to ensure that the structural integrity of this building here at Mitchell is maintained. There is a lot of concern, a lot of anxiety from the residents that live here at Mitchell about what happens in the long term. And so over the next several hours, as inspectors are in the building, we will do everything possible to make sure that we minimize the disruption and the anxiety of the residents and the families here in this working class community. I am so grateful for the FDNY, NYPD, sanitation, DEP, all of our elected officials, community board leaders. I'm thankful for NYCHA. This is something that has happened before, right here in the Bronx, in the West Bronx, almost 2 years ago. And so this is something that I've experienced before as borough president, and the mayor as well. We were on scene there. And we know there are a lot of questions, and we will make sure we answer every question. When this happened earlier this morning, many people had already left for their day, going to work in other places. Children were in school. And so over the next several hours at the evacuation center, we will make sure that residents are provided with food and other necessities as we ensure that the inspections are done in an efficient manner to make sure that both short-term and long-term goals are met when it comes to the safety of the building and the residents here at Mitchell. So once again, Mr. Mayor, thank you so much, and thank you everyone for being here, all of our agencies. This is an all-hands-on-deck moment, and we avoided a major disaster here. Although there is a lot of cleanup, I'm so grateful that no one lost their life.